Hello everyone and welcome to G63 Cars. Now, as I'm sure you've seen from the title of the video, I'm currently on my way to collect my friend's brand new 2019 G63. This is Daryl. You may remember him from the podcast that we did and maybe also one of Paul Wallace's videos, owner and director of EVhire. Must be a very exciting day for you.
Exciting day for us.
Is this the first G-Wagon? How much experience have you had?
Well, the company, this is the first G-Wagon on the fleet.
Finally, at the moment of truth, what we've been building up for. Okay.
Here we go.
Look at that.
Wow.
That is quite a machine. So we have gone from picking the car up, unveiling it, now we're finally inside it. Amazing interior. You're clearly very happy, Daryl.
Oh, this is just insane. Insane levels.
Like you said, you've driven a 350D before,
yeah.
Right? So we're clearly, only just started the first drive. But how are you finding it so far?
I mean, literally the first few seconds of hopping in it, it feels like a completely different car. I mean, it's night and day between the old one. That's what I will say. Driving positions completely different. It feels like an absolute tank.
And to be honest, I've been in the old G-Wagon. The one I had was the Edition 463, and that was kind of like the most extreme version of the old previous model G-Wagon. But this is like, and the way it kind of almost like rev matches as well, and the switchable exhaust, just everything about this is...
The tech is unbelievable compared to the old one.
Yeah.
But you still have that, we've got a marriage between the future and you've still got sort of the old school, well, it's not old school, but it's the diff locks here.
Well, yeah, like mechanical, really hardcore mechanical.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Just these seats.
And it's all super easily adjustable as well. Got everything. It's basically whereas like the old G-Wagon had elements of the kind of S-Class inside of it. This is like the actual whole interior has been taken out and been put inside of here. Yeah,
it feels like an S-Class.
Yeah.
That's how I would describe it. You're up, an S-Class, but you're up high.
Yeah, an S-Class,
and it feels a lot heavier.
Yeah.
A lot more tank-like, and a lot quicker.
And the addition of the ambient lighting is a complete necessary because, let's face it, no one buys these as like utilitarian vehicles. No one's going to buy like a G63 for that. They're going to be in a city centre and they're going to live on tarmac their entire lives.
Yeah.
And so to have, that kind of creates more of an ambience when you're driving around is like perfect.
This car will be used, like you said, London cruising.
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if any of our customers ever take it off-road.
Yeah.
It just won't happen. That is not our target audience, really.
No.
Our target audience will be customers who want the luxury feel of an S-Class, the sort of show-stopping first impression you get when you rock up to anywhere in this car. It's a showstopper.
Yeah, for sure. And moving actually back to a point you just mentioned, because this actually has the locking diff still. Yeah. So you can obviously, of course, it has an element to it that's built in where Mercedes have gone, okay, somewhere in Russia maybe or Saudi Arabia on the dunes, people may want to take it out for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
And so they've added that to make it perform well. But yeah, it will be existing in cities.
It's arguably one of the most capable off-roading cars you can ever exist.
Yeah, for sure.
But I imagine it will be mostly used tooling around Harrods.
Yeah.
that's really
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed compared to the older one is the amount of play in the steering wheel is now gone. You get instant feedback now, whereas the last one, from memory, you could do this and not a lot happened.
Right.
You can wiggle it about and you still sort of stayed on your rails. This is very responsive now. So
literally now you're turning the wheel and with literally like the smallest increments, it's like so direct.
It's direct, it's precise now.
So it really is a completely different...
Let's go around these roundabouts. see what the tone is like.
Oh god. To be honest, I get worried that we're going to like topple over or something. I'm sure that would happen. Oh shit.
No roll.
No roll.
Really good.
Yeah, and the fit and finish as well. I think it's a shame that they haven't extended the ambient lighting into the vents like they have in the A-Class. But I mean, you can hardly complain really. But I mean, it's got the piano black accents on the grab handle in front of me, on the side here, even surrounding the locking diff controls. And when I first saw pictures of this car, I thought that these bits here, around here, I'll show you on overload, I thought they were going to be really tacky and cheap feeling, but it's actually like milled aluminium. It feels really, really good, high quality. It's a proper solid component. The speaker setup as well is completely different. Because it's the Burmester, like I said before, so it's the high end, but you've got the more standard door speakers, but we've got tweeters up here, which I'm pretty sure we didn't have before. No. We've got ones behind, and then we've got, it even extends up here as well, so it's more like a 360-degree sound design.
Is it left here?
Next, straight over on this one.
There is no left.
No, there's no left.
You could go left here.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
We would actually, if we went left there, we'd go through a fence, which I'm sure this could manage, and then we would end up on the race course. Yeah. So that would be fun. So this is the very first drive, as we've already mentioned. I'm going to hopefully get a go in a minute, which I'm actually quite excited for. And like I said, I've driven the previous gen G63, although it was a year or two ago, so it'll be interesting to compare them. But now we've kind of gone a little bit more, we've like 10 minutes or so driving. I mean, what other things can you kind of pick out about it? So you were earlier, you were talking about seating position.
Yeah, seating position is one thing. I'm not a small guy.
How tall are you in centimetres?
I'm 6'2".
Right, so it's like 187 centimetres.
Yeah. Okay. And there is plenty of room in here. Compared to the old one, I did feel a little bit more restricted.
Really? You felt more restricted than the other one?
A little bit. Compared to this is completely different.
So we go this way?
Turn right.
Sorry. I have to say, just sitting in the passenger seat, so I can kind of have my arms down, the armrests and the central column, they're in a really, really good position. So like naturally where your arms just kind of sit anyway. Yeah. It's like super easy, and there's enough room to have both of us put our arms there as well. So we're just going to go through a little tunnel. It's a very small tunnel actually. We're going to just see the exhaust, because we've got switchable sports exhaust, so we can have the valves open, which they are at the moment. We're going to see how this thing sounds. Just for added effect of my other camera going. Oh, they've got the MSO in there. Very nice, HS. Right, let's just round this corner. Here we go. This is the tunnel, literally here. Let's see how this sounds. Oh shit.
The brakes work too.
Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad the brakes work. Hopefully you can all hear me okay. Trying our best. One thing I noticed, first of all, is that this is such a more premium experience than the last one. Of course I was seeing it over there, but sitting in the driver's seat, you really feel it because you have the extended dash in front of you and the new steering wheel and everything. So I found myself at the wheel of a new G-Wagon already. It's crazy.
It's easy.
Right. I don't know about that. Reversing camera as well. I'm pretty sure the old one didn't have that.
360 camera.
And 360 camera. Right, yeah, so this portion here is obviously the 360 top-down view. It's facilitated by the cameras underneath the wing mirrors. I like that we've got the part here because it kind of shows you the furthest sort of outline of the front arches over here. And then on this side you have just the standard rear view. And of course the things move as well as you move the wheel. But then we've also got, is it touchscreen? Maybe it's not. But you've got these different ones as well, so you can see the distance from the tow bar, distance from the back of the car, a full screen version, a better top down, and then a front view as well, so 2 cameras pop out, and then a bigger top one as well. That's really good. That's really, really good.
That 360 camera would be very handy in town. That's fantastic. Yeah.
That lock, that deadlock.
Solid. You know when the doors are locked.
Yeah. It's a very strange sensation because it feels big and heavy, but it also feels it feels both narrow and wide at the same time. Yeah. This feels a lot smaller than the other car, that's for sure. A lot smaller.
Solid though.
It is solid, yeah.
You feel like invincible in this thing. Nothing will stop you in this.
I would buy a G-Wagon if I could. To be honest, I wouldn't buy a new one though. I'd buy a 463. That's just my personal preference.
Well, now you can rent one.
Now you can rent one, and you, people watching, can rent one as well. Remember, if you're in the UK or if you're in the continent, probably if you're in the continent but closer to the UK, so imagine like Germany, Netherlands, France, that sort of territory, more like.
Yeah, well, we are UK based, but we do allow, subject to insurance approval, you can take it all over the continent. So
yeah.
We apply that for you on your behalf. But we are the first, I believe, the first UK-based supercar rental company to have the new shape G63.
I think that you're definitely the first, and you're probably one of the first people in the UK to have a new shape G63.
Yeah, I think so.
And remember, you get a 10% discount if you use the code Galaxy10, which is all in the description of the video. That's not just for this; it's for the entire range. So make sure you head over and check all of that out, because believe it or not, this is. I mean, the last one was an impressive car, but this is on a different level. The last car was sort of ponderous in its way. It felt very heavy, very big, and you're completely right. The steering is very light. It's very nimble.
Yeah. Precise now, isn't it?
I'm kind of curious to see how it sounds. Let me take that off. It loses like a little bit of bass, but not a huge amount.
Why would you ever turn it off?
I'm just curious to see how it sounds.
You're never allowed to turn that on. That has to stay on the entire time.
Well, I think if that's okay with you, I would like one little like push. That's okay.
Of course, yeah.
I have to put that on first. And hopefully, I'm going to be getting a little bit of extended time with this to make an in-depth video and a proper driven review. And
absolutely,
that sort of stuff. Yeah. So you'll all be seeing this in a lot more detail. Okay, so that one again. Yeah, so now you've got brand new, so I mean it's got like 50 miles on the clock, which means you have to do your running phase. So you're going to be taking it pretty easy in that time.
Yeah, for the first, 650 miles, I think.
That's what they say.
We'll be taking it fairly easy.
Yeah. But the screen ahead is really nice. It's split up into 3 sections at the moment. So the one on the left is the MPG and mileage, which is, I can't believe that's MPG. I didn't believe that for a second. It says 32, which can't right. And then centrally we've got the rev meter and the current speed with all the different gears. And then to the left you've got this it's like the sat nav pretty much. And then of course you can change all of it with the different buttons on the new steering wheel. This shares the AMG steering wheel with all the AMG line cars, so you have the touch interface bits on the side. What do you think about these? Was this the first time you used them?
Yeah, I've never used them before.
How did you feel?
Quite intuitive.
Yeah.
I was worried with so much tech. It can be hit and miss sometimes, where it becomes overly complicated to get to all the different menus.
For sure.
But I think they've nailed it here. Really, really intuitive.
So really, you felt that about these? You felt that they worked okay?
Well, you got this as well. So you got two track pads. I find them. I'll probably end up using the scroll more than anything, personally.
Yeah. I mean, specifically the little black buttons. Because in the A-Class, maybe it's just me, but I like really, really struggled with them.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I don't know. That was a little
proximity sensor. Yeah. The corner comes really quick, doesn't it? Sounds great.
Yeah, that was only half revs, 50% that wasn't even anything more than that. So imagine what it's going to feel like to take this up even higher.
Yeah. 7,000, was it red line? 7,000
RPM.
About
that, yeah. Yeah, that was 3.5.
Yeah. I mean, winter's fast approaching. I can't think of a better car, can you?
To be honest, and this is being completely honest, I can't think of a better car than this any time of the year. Because now you've got all the extra additions, and to be honest, the seats are pretty damn comfortable.
Yeah.
And like I was saying in the rear, it's no longer a bench. You just get 3 actual proper seats. So you can have more people in here. So like a group could hire the car. And like, you know, it could be a fun summer car, fun spring car, autumn car.
No, you're right. It's an all-rounder, really, isn't it? Yeah. We have to be fairly selective of what we have on our fleet at what time of year. So I mean, the supercars, as you would expect, fairly quiet over the winter.
Yeah.
And winter in this country lasts for like 6 months.
Yeah. If not more.
If not more. So we are taking it down a more sort of a performance 4x4 route. We're certainly strengthening that offering.
And of course, you have the Urus as well, don't you?
Urus is coming.
Urus,
yeah, that's coming very soon. So that I do feel a G63 Urus Model X P100D drag race coming on.
I'll make sure I'm involved in that.
I don't know about you, but I certainly feel that happening. That'll be an interesting video.
Yeah, for sure, it definitely will. It'll be interesting to see which one wins as well.
Yeah.
It'll be the Model X for sure. And I imagine the Urus will be second. This will come third.
Well,
but the sound
depends how long the track is.
It's true, actually. Yeah. But no, so I mean, yeah, of course. So let's recap. I mean, that's your performance 4x4 division. You have the Model X P100D Ludicrous.
Yeah.
And you know that's still going strong in your fleet.
Yeah.
Then you've got the Urus coming. That'll be early next year.
Yeah.
Q1 maybe.
Q1 next year. Yeah.
And then you've already got this, which is ready to go right now. People want to get on the website and hire it.
If you want to book this out next weekend, book it online. It's yours.
And of course you have other things as well. But like you say, the performance SUV line, you probably have the strongest lineup at the moment. Like, let's be honest. I mean, you have some incredible things in.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying our best.
I'd say succeeding as well.
No, we're expecting quite a busy winter, autumn winter season. So yeah, we're geared up well for it now.
And the great thing about what you've done at EVhire with your website is that it's so easy to book. Everything's done online, even the forms, everything.
Yeah, thanks. It's so we spent quite a bit of time and effort, blood, sweat and tears building this site where there's no contact us forms, there's no what car do you want, I'll fill out this form, we'll come back to you with a price. It's a live booking system, so the availability is live. You book it online, it takes 2 minutes. You create yourself an online profile where you then upload your driver license.
Sorry about that.
Whiplash.
That's distracting you from
No, it's fine. Distracted my sales pitch.
I apologise.
So yeah, no, it's a really easy system. You set yourself up a online profile where you upload all your documentation, your driving license, your identification, and it's all. Literally, the next thing you get is an email confirmation. We do all the work in the background, and we deliver the car to your door.
That's not a bad setup.
Hand you the keys, and it's really as easy as that. And it seems to be working quite well for us.
So you get to do basically no work. You get a 10% discount from my code, and you get to be one of the first people in the UK to experience a G-Wagon. It's not a bad deal, really.
It's not a bad deal. Get in there quick.